You ever heard the expression, someone's lukewarm? What does that mean? I've heard many meanings and many different interpretations of what it could be. And all of them have good standing, that it might be a lack of faith or someone riding the fence or someone that's not really into it, doesn't have the enthusiasm into the faith, into believing and trusting in God. And another one I've heard where there's a theory that is hot and cold springs in the area and the water coming to Laodicea was lukewarm. Now, there's no actual aqueduct behind it, so it's sort of been debunked, but it still shows, Laodiceans had lukewarm water while Colossae had cold water, and another city, Hierapolis, had hot springs. So, but from what I see in Revelation chapter 3, verses 14 to 16, what I see there when God says, I prefer you, cold or hot, he says, I prefer you to serve a purpose. Cold water serves a purpose. Hot water serves a purpose. But warm water doesn't really serve a purpose. If you're on a hot summer's day, you want to take a sip of cold water. You don't want to sip warm water. On a cold, chilly winter night, you don't want to take a sip of warm tea. You want to take a sip of hot tea or hot cocoa, whatever you're into. Cold coffee, hot coffee serves a purpose. No one wants lukewarm coffee. Hot tea, cold tea. No one wants lukewarm tea. It doesn't serve a purpose. No one takes a lukewarm bath or shower. People take a cold bath or a cold shower, hot bath. No one takes a warm. So God's saying, serve a purpose. God wants you to serve a purpose. Cold water serves a purpose. Hot water serves a purpose. Lukewarm water serves no purpose. That's why he says it'll spew out of your mouth. When I do for a living in HVAC, if I'm working up in air conditioning in the attic all day long, it's 130, 140 degrees up there. I come out dying of thirst. I don't want to drink warm water. It serves no purpose. I want cold water. It's going to quench my thirst. So God wants us to serve a purpose in this life. Part of his will and part of what he requires in us is to live a faithful life toward him in love, and faithfulness, righteousness. But how can we live a non-lukewarm life? Is to serve a purpose, staying in his word, demonstrating your faith outwardly, doing the things that God wants you to do according to his will. You'll know. Stay in the word. Trust in him. Pray fervently every day. Keep fixing your eyes on heaven. Keep fixing your eyes in the kingdom. Staying in God, abiding in him, and remaining in him now, always, and forever. God bless you all.